and also no able to me assess the outcome of the election. And for me, my understanding in simple terms, say to lose 2024 is solely in the hands of the ruling government. And it's up to them to take the necessary steps. So omo per se or more retaining power. Dia na enko yes ebia ye di 8 years ni binti en per se bia yeko na, but we still want to maintain power and continue with nyoma ye de egu kwan mu ne dia. To say obi make argument some time ago say ohwe adea, and this is factual. Say ohwe adea na President Kufuor from 2001 to 2008 na policies and and for me I analyze political parties based on policies and not just mere says and I say for the sake of saying things. So maybe say no, because oman biano say oman betumi atumpo anasa akonenima, you should have policies, sound economic policies, policies that permeate into the future, not just say me ye bibi just to win elections, and that is very critical. And nuntina ma Ghana mine wo hono no abanya kwa abanya twem aye no bebre, but these were policies and they were not forthcoming, policies that were not forth thinking say into the future. And what are we envisaging? For example, to say recently now there is this call, so Yanko joining IMF, we should I mean you saw on my work. For me as a person, irrespective of the political stand, I was against going to IMF. Why? Because we've gone to IMF almost 8 to 10 times already. What have been the repercussions of going to IMF on our economy? So I believe in say we have very enlightened people in this country. We have very enlightened people in ruling party. Why can't we sit down and develop homegrown policies? Because we've seen it in the EU. EU now were rolling out homegrown policies. We looked at the situation whereby they come with carbon taxes, for example, to raise revenue to mitigate the impact of COVID-19. Into a then obi Ghana has some professor, some economist. Now the only solution you can profess is to say we should go to IMF. That is very laughable, and it doesn't speak well of us as an academics. And that is something a call I made me used to if you didn't catch yenya you free say ya go school do a training na. So sometimes you kasa it should be devoid of emotions. We should speak to facts. Now yen kasa in such a way we'll be able to say yes, you could see the ye mode. And coming back to the report na asama ye kano. The same here open tell me say omuna a year juma a year various agencies that are in charge in trying to create some of this micro employment as some okay, because it goes down to the district level, and many I just say or can't I say they are thinking about setting up offices at the district level, because issues in most cases in the ABB are centered in Accra. Think him said Ghana revolves Accra. Yes, it's true. Accra is the administrative capital, and for that matter, most of the things revolve around Accra. But solving some of these microeconomic issues, wouldn't revolve Accra. It should go down to the grassroots. And to say Juma Okasa 1 million jobs as me are working, Juma mama and say party or to supporters and Kwan. Ghana ni bia ebenya ne chefa wom na no ne ade Ghana ni bia hwehwe and they say abiding to me take the necessary steps to send a report na Canada send a makano, then the ball lies in their court. But say almost entie their report na your mo fan so the ya na be yen so there, then it's up to them. Entina make us say my understanding of the report is that the 2024 election is for them to give away. And I say se omobelu so na eyo man kasa na to atwene na emumu no enye se bibi nti na omolusu election, because you have enough time, you have almost like 2.5 years and I say 3 years technically to change things. And I mean in economic management 1 year is even enough time with all the resources at your disposal to take the necessary decisions a bit to me assassin and yoma na ye kan so no ade ba akoso me say ye can we forget, and we have to be very honest here. Ya find ye ho in a period that me say no ade be baso back, but it's good say ye de be share report because the report should be hinged on something.
Okay.
you're finding a period that it is not a normal period. We find ourselves in a period that because of COVID-19 lockdown, you know, about 42,000 Ghanaians lost their jobs in 2020.
42,000.
42,000 Ghanaians. That was even the first 3 months of 2020. And you know, the situation at hand, and any situation will be better than say a internal mismanagement in any finding about 80 to 90% of the conditions we find ourselves in are endogenous, or we can say external shocks. A pandemic one, greatly pandemic, you know, and I induce most of the challenges here. Because say share the trajectory no man nanka to be honest with you, nanka by now no we should be somewhere, especially picking a growth rate of about 3.4 3.5% and bringing it up to a point of about 7%. Not just nanka or minor air nimpa. That was around 2019. Then in 2020 COVID-19 ebe boom. Then with lockdowns, with revenue shortfalls, and you know, then government has to now rely on borrowing to pay recurrent expenditure and all that. And you know, and we idea a albatross around the neck of the government. And you know, make us say, baby no so bo abine chino so baby no so where credit is due so na ye true credit number because say globally, near Africa hamper, Ghana is one of the countries that managed COVID-19 effectively, very, very effectively in the management of COVID-19. Though me cast any perfume there, but say comparatively, you know, what they compare amami who share there. Never think ye boy who and what they and you know, the Ghana force was a one say we are now trying to get out of an economic quagmire. Now, getting out of this economic quagmire, and on 24th February 2022. Russia and Ukraine war so ebe boom na eno ya ade ba kwa mi say emi say wo mi say anho asem ntimi pese me kom bebre but me de manu no isi ha na ye wi mi say wo saba mi say ye pick it from there with the IMF with the Russia Ukraine war any statement me say the Russian embassy as issue or Twitter ni be analyzing where the facts is.
Right, Dr. Frank Mano me da say ma memra senior CK so na me no so meto so Charles Kojo Odum no or aspire so be deputy regional secretary.
Yes sir.
Our central region.
Sanity.
Good morning, Bill.
Me do so many.
Great. Me just say what to be working kan kakra about the economic intelligence unit. Omo report here omayi ene mfonyina omutwa ene che say send omususu say 2024 abato no ebeye.
Openi odikan mami chiao na mi chia wa hwefo amohwe movement TV ya na pe na mfa nchia ma obatampo no mebisa okumsin embe shebe dwumni ma adishom wo ewutu senya east and the deputy speaker of parliament, majority speaker of parliament openi kasi afenyo markings asema obi semi openi makankan na de sema ba eminu anu penifo amukasa can say from 2000 opinion or your analysis from 2000 from 2004 2008 2012 2016 2020 yet no muda as a political party and as a party in government yeji no muda bano atum na ya so adwuma na asamba akon mo kan ya me na ya dia atwetwuma so kakra na NDC as a political party and hwe no manfa your former president Mahama Amba 2024 contest. Na maybe some who say anye bia NDC were candidate be as I speak. And now omu obi apart from former president Yakumu 2012 2008 2012 2016. Looking at Obi Ano sitting president in 2012 with his excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now we share the margin and no mudo muntem. No all second term in 2016. Or losing massively, I can say massively, over 1 million votes. Now, NDC for also representing in 2020. Now, in 2024, no cry, no, Omunya encore, or more promise, the crown, Kasa, Omukayi, Obia, Obedi, Omunim, no cry, no. The party leadership now started to say, at all costs no most answer the former president Mahama better than papa is
it not because he improved on the resource Unyan in 2016 no? Because it was over 1 million 2020 what is why we do be 500,000 nearing 600,000 so why are they
well opening we share former president Mahama waba be member of parliament paying waba deputy minister paying waba minister paying waba vice president paying and wasa be president paying nti ubisa won say nti NDC aman yoku kese na de ho no ono kwa no yo bi asabisabi mpedo san e beka say nyansa bi woni tirima obatumi de buga na man ese at all cost in 2024 no omo sande ono esa ba na ba ne o mini say ye hwe MPP menyo pani ebobo so kakra baby edru ni ye hyebre no over 2024 no ekure ya yensi from the polling station elections at a bel electoral area your constituency the Boko region your Boko national what can you know the party itself nangasa the internal elections no and ma full soldiers no ebi fu obi ma ebi ana wa pick forms or course of meeting yes ya disqualify you na odede e di nemu sanyema na adni na na yesisi sanyema na adni na no me feel say 2024 at all costs no bet me break 8 no cap me say his essence na dan Kwaku Fado they be am make say when we in opposition from 2009 NDC ba bia mu your man pani o take kunwe fi de bia say oba pro e wo Ghana ha ma o che the policies Yankopon ye na dom na say Ghana for to abama na o de baba som Ghana man ye ka free senior high school one village one dam ye ka no say o emba so enye possible the kind of former president Mahama Kraka say unless say Ghana it take be 20 years and son of free senior high school you try implement it edu baby obomo full soldiers kura ekotwa nwom free senior high school 419 wona bo okujo tabra kwa ono to kura ka bi say ade bi kura ye free bi kura no na tse nya ade papa ubaka ya oboko twen reverend mensa otebe kura no nsem bi okaka na edi Ghana for asum sa dia ye free dia ya ade papa
40 advice
yes
40
yes
after the area
I'm
someone
in this case
buy
be so almost say former president Mahama at opposition be single policy or problem about single policy be at opposition or fight say Ghana for the 2 mission in semua sa a policy no be implemented and on that from 2009 I know a vice president but 2012 obey president after 2016 on can single policy be or do 2 home or implement in Ghana for free senior high school ho one village one dam one district one warehouse in Zama he's saying that Danko Kufa na planning for food and jobs in podie and pay me from a district be so almost say ja me blue I ready na almost say blue no I ready but me pick you dey to me pick me dey prepare today okwan manim me kwekudua these are some of the things I hear ka say obi tie kundwo so na owani so ade hu na obeye but our position onka bibia asa man den yente say ebia oye bibi sonku bi ama at the end of the day no ye hu say ebia ye man tumi na propaganda nkwa no mo tiase wo no mo ye endra na obi discuss about ekunfi ekujuice na ekujuice na bi na egum fridge ono na no NDC you see over $35 million a Commander Sugar Factory one consider even one sugar cane no so ekunfi pineapple juice factory as woman ukwa agbo west just say nyamo ma ye ho mo no omude supply factory no just say wotumu say amembu no ensonsoye edem enu nti ni omo kan no as a party yes 20 timiano mo ye de bia meka me say ye MPs a omulusi won fimfim mantom wo hwe ewutu senya east ewutu senya west Georgianda wo de hwe yense benkum so a Gomua east Kodwa Asmani wo do kwa Fanyoma Kensna na yi na yes Aban Dr. Aban no so Gomwa West what about the ba kumfi me ne pay na tukudwo what about young fans man the Cape Coast North and South AK there were member of parliament what do share commanded na go for Ibrahim what upper danger east and west what about to team kwa ni na the ba asen north asen central you see all this constituency na di na wo fifu man teme you say central region here you decide elections until at this time most police station executive members of Mokwa Kotuaba they should go and vote for na yamasum regional level na ya say your seat na in 2020 a free and sano you bet me in back in 2024 and until opening you be share akwa mpanimfo omo nsema betu dwa omo research omo da betu dwa na research omo aye no so e bema ye ahye yenkunan amanya hoden soronko as a political party say former president Mahmoud omo de baba o so obi omo de baba bia from the NDC in 2024 the MPP as a political party will break the 8.
But I say my member the roho na me metie no so on the report na say on social media me hunu NDC for boys ibebrebi Baba Musa Unasis Kobi ne Bright Tobacco Semnum flyer bia na omu hye niema John Mahama nya opportunity a obaba yer na ohra na ebi esere ebini wo hom say pay assembly members no papa no baba ye o mind say flyer but just bet my show e wo TV ni so ma me a afi o say hope for financial customers 1 million jobs and also so umbe create free TVET umbe automatic teacher employment afi
ohineba to send ya working
and then bobo so no retain or maintain teacher and nurses trainee allowance scrap teacher licensure exams and these are some of the things and now we shall remove his dome Facebook about so mine say flyer bina omo esha daro
oyinba medase eto de bia nema no bi say oti ana obi me my assemblyman da me di assemblyman but ohwe
mom packet ya no
o say oh say akatua de anka obi anya ope but ohwe tirimu po etechiri nti a the assembly concept ni by na anka nya akatua asem because omo pe enipa bi expertise say doctor no a omo aginimdie na ibia oye adwuma da otite ni oye police ni oye fire service ni na wakoho because me koho me journalist me a morning show host na me suma ko assembly ato abama me na me si me krumu fo okugu anemu na me ko assembly ti me ko a every assembly sitting you call 3 times in a year you call committee meetings so 3 times in a year na yakọ nti wo ho ani die kakra be na de amanti so wo so utua nipa ne ka utua ne ka sesen na wagyae na dwuma oye no na wakọtena assembly ho so asọrọ da bia na pa akọ assembly senior parliament for ekọ na
na e teacher ni na sai assemblyman
na wagyae
controller be tua na kam yenu
aha nti wo musa so bi nso gye akatua mienu from the consolidated ye friend saying account nti wo utua assembly no ye konhye mu miensa afi bia gise bia akire so na yakobia kan enti nipa no ubetua ne ka na wakosenhye miensa na so be ne tse parliament di no so ya no pa wakoho no akwakọ sani ma no I think say allowance ni mu ni bi on beka so be pagyamu kakra bi a certain allowance no be nkron ketua no mu dia na enye kra eno sa no eno no nhyada nya yi bia no a mefo say ye me tro Paul me proposal bi say anka government so the $1 million per constituency bano anka nu say betim dia bibi say common fund for assembly members enti Canada ho eba na ya che as electoral area bia nya obenya ni enti say eba say for poverty eradication project nti anka assemblyman osori na project bi covet bi ade o area na what throw dia ko na assembly man engineers na da ba behwe na ya disikani bi from that fund na ba be den aba be ye I think say no na assembly members ni hia because assemblyman no ohia se bibi won importamu a ankotro ko ya na DCI den ya ba behwa ya ma no but obetra enfaso bi e maso me ho na me feel say omode adwene kwa bebo asen say obeka se wutua assemblyman ka bra nimdie won panifo tiri no maka se ensase etua nipa nti se unya resa policy ni ba pa what to mean ni se doctor no mo a omo ye omadwuma yi then omo ntimi ma assembly because ontimi nya akatua mienu nti obi ye teacher ni a ontimi ma assembly nti se obi obeba ba assembly be full time job na se nipa bebere wonim die no omo nya kwan ma nti ene ho asem no media me feel say NPP ehia EI report there is a scientific report eno wo ho a SNPP for hwe sa scientific report no the outcome of the 2020 elections
the outcome of the 2020 elections
more scientific
enough as a scientific report
scientific than any other survey and any other report to be adebeba
omatima boa me wedwe ni
okay
omo share no eni enti wo hweso a say John Mahama 2024 pay assembly members
activate any free that I say activate any
free TVET pay and okay sting enso so honum and
the design is so poor. It's even difficult reading it.
Yes.
Free TVET no send another idea. And
scrap teacher licensure exams. Improve free senior high school. 1 million jobs.
And I'm confident.
And
it's possible to maintain teacher training allowance.
No, but teacher training allowance. Maintain teacher training.
Next time, what come back here? Me must say, so what bemu? Sheduma na omampeni aye. Ne COVID ba ye ni ahochira be. Imagine say, anka sabri mu. Obeko oba ebeko senior high school ohineba anka ye bre ko bi no bribe kra obetua ansa na wanya school bi akono enya asem ketwa unwie entoto twebos ne ho ahwahwe nra yi ayi enkrofo touch boss kekene trunk no musu na me say we na musu na ka obeto sa ne ma pra ne ma nyina awie na wakotua fees be bi a 2000 na 3000 wasan so ato school uniform ato textbooks ato mpabo ato say ni nyina ne aban de ma free ba ohin ba ni nyina achi no enkrofo sign to aba editia NPP MNPP vote so etie enti question so be ebisa ne say na eyeden asema we ebi crancy da say party bi e ne second term mu na olusu parliamentary seat dodo sa but media me hwa me hu se ni ma ba ku mienu miensa ba ko tse galamse aban so be queen emanipa bebre di aban no ho yaw mienu eye men's gold force nsema ye ba sei enye aban na de bae but enkrofofo say na esa aban tuomoka eno so de ho bae bibi ti say banking sector clean up e bae eno so emankrofo pin so edi aban ho yaw enti nipa kokotoye enti saa ne ma wo nyina ese kanyan party no na party mitidi se egu apon so na party mani hu se party ni wa ban mu na se ye che niema so we anya bi fit 2017 ebesi 2020 ebinum nyae fit 2020 ebe ya besi bia 2024 ebinum su benya ebi anawo de no after 2024 enti wa moa ama party na ntena power na saa ne ma na mu anya omo wanya nene no isa so ma beti esosen wunti so mo kotono position na mo san ba omo abese anya na sto ogusu ase ho
o se unyahwe enti omwa
party ni ntena ben
everything ni power
yes
na party ni go position abenya
o de ati o party ni go position na kocha na osan ba omo anya nene no omo ana party ni ba mbese anya no first enti na se da bi out do de wo akiri enti se party ni ma ni hunu ni sa omo hunu ni sa wi a na fe omo de enkabom me de enima ne biye polling station election ade ekosokra na me expect say na me expect say 2020 elections outcome no that be say ebo MPP fon kaye obi a party ni be a government appointee obi say obi ankaye because that election na ekoi e crucial me de o man pendara John Dramani Mahama oye den obesan aba o hese ne a obo ne bra no a oye den o Professor Jena no Poku Ajima besan aba o ne ba e zero because oye ne performance e was central region ho ba bi ofri na presidential omulusu about 19 constituencies on fa hwe nka ho on fa hwe ma enti onu mpo de SNP before dwene omo ho ese se ne omo dwene ne se
be consolidate party no na party no etimi enya nan pa bia den agina so na fe party no ehunu kwa obefa so be den obe election we die ahohene science ni nyina ye clear say aban eyire ne ho a ebe very easy na aban ema party for matrimodeni we na mempene na we na beba na we na ahohene ma den kra me bi so rofo so nkansa
na mempene bakwa bibia ngwaka papa
and bi say den pa say ora lanche martin Dr. Bawumia be okitikiti ba akoso eden e party no no mo pese tena ban mu ana say e obi bedi anim do we bedi anim ni akọ opposition no mo pe.
But don't you think say there are some political figures omu party opposition omu enjoy since be omu pa
and dey ho eno so e wo ho but papa kofo enipa nyina bo ne din anom asore nyansa sem bia o ka to ho no and before mon kai o o say so we are general secretary
and there's some dey nyom to the say breaking the 80 omo kai ya na
omo kan keke omo kai omo panico for obi anyansa papa no nyame dum no nimdie asem o kan ne mu odu na o trans na adwen ho a o tun asem o kan ne mu odu NDC chairman bia na ne wo isi region tewi aboaten o kona nya hwe o say o na no ye chi utu mu no a me frɛ mi ye ma obe no unya hwe me se me party ni abemu a anka we me frɛ anka ibeja o enti obi wo hodo mo se me nya hwe enso so me kan because of nya party no power and e bia ope bibi o bas school fees ne ma bia unya aja se unya enti omo ma sa asem no nyu omutirim dem mampani kufo se party wa bemu na so wo ye somafo soma kora na ho ofa so esi general secretary to opposition na o kan asem bo obi enfa.
Let us say 22 minutes after 9, Dr. Frank Bano. Let me say this time in on IMF.
Yo, me say, I know the IMF the more revised projections. Me say year in January 2022 ne etuja. And me say in January 2022 now, expect to say the global economic output, economic growth, it grew about 4.4%. But in year 19th April 2022. Almost revise say by 3.6%. And in Fapim, one kind, Russia and Ukraine war. Now, let me say, a honor na me.
We still a man for Tiasia.
A man for Tiasia. Let me say, Mesha say, let me say, my Timubi, ma yatre, as yes, and a bear a man for better no master. Now, to say the last time I can, let me say, when it comes to matter of the economy and economics, we should try and do away with propaganda and exaggeration. It won't add anything and it will not take anything out. The fact remains fact. You can't dispute or change it. They be amekawa na message susudia. Now one, me sha se na meaning kan make say the bien ho obi agina baby aka say the economic atmosphere ekos worldwide no nyina no Russia Ukraine war and start here. What is not true. Yeah. Say okay report and that the International Monetary Fund edit to Jana they acknowledge the impact of COVID-19 on the global and as a world economy. They stated it explicitly there. Now at DNT na yeka Russia Ukraine war. And me say COVID assembly, then me say ayasama yaka ema yenyina yenim the repercussions of COVID. Then me say for the sake of to build a point na ebetias here the Russia Ukraine war na abeyen ntino. And me say mesa ko revisit COVID impact no. Na me hwe ne Ghana, me hwe the worldwide impact. And me say COVID buy ni yenyina ka say because of COVID-19 na amaya ewo wiase nyina empese COVID na ebe spreading ntino. Omanbia, including Ghana, implemented lockdowns. Now, lockdowns is to not just say a remusing a shape. A was enka a tumi kofa a neoma edeba, a kofa any padeba, the edi free a mindful process so air qua mindful process aqua to and yes, cano, na shape a remusing nina into ninano were grounded. The ocean a global freight forward that a year shipment en quano. Carry about 80% of a year goods, and as in terms of trading goods, shipment carry about 80%. In the shape, one cost shape, man, and let say the offer and more free and France be a Vietnam, no, to offer money maybe because so far, all the big contain and also a shape any the big ship is because of lockdown or into no, let us say ship and co and ma. nti ɛno so be ba ɛyɛ aduanesɛm ɛne sikasɛm ho nneɔma ɛyɛ den fi sɛ ne ɔde nneɔma ɛkɔ adwa so akɔtɔn no entumi nkɔtɔn ɛna ne ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkra bi ba no nso wonya bi die no sa ton kakra di sika to no botom so ono so enya bi na eno akoye ateti bebra ye nyina enim nsusuaso de ba ne se ne titiro ne se amanfo elusu o madwuma eye aman a omo so fango sem na on so economy gina so se ye koton fango ne yenye sika afim a Ghana so abeye oman ne baako no na fango bo ne nam se bro ni be kan say there is no demand because eye companies and say industries worldwide ene air to fango na companies ni atutumi car yentu aeroplane yentu shape yentu enti hwan na beto fango no enti eno so ma fango bo ne te baya be duro almost be $30 per barrel ewo eye adwaman no so eye ade eye nyina yenim enti eno akire no Nyankopon nya adom eye 2021 eye covid e hye se kofom a bro ni be kan say country started easing restrictions and as lockdown restrictions intino ebe ma eye edwadie e hye se epeja emubiem na edwadie sha se epeja na emubiem kakre no ena ye 24th February eye Russia eso ekotu share Ukraine so na Russia ekotu share Ukraine so no die na yehu ye na I want me person me argument on two things. Now the first most important thing is and I'm say Russia is the second leading producer of another supplier of oil in the global market eye we the United States of America fi Russia ene di ho enu ntino Russia ko to share Ukraine so no ene ye nyina nim American mampani President Joe Biden ene Britain mampani Prime Minister Boris Johnson ede osum kase etoto Russia man so say mpene mamomfa magudie anase mo fango ma dwama so meton obi anto emfi mu ho afesu no mpene kwama Russia plane kura no and cross some of the airspaces Europe crampo there Europe close the airspace to Russia America so close the airspace to Russia it is say edwadie ho nsem be fango ho nsem no na abeye ade a abeye de pa yi nti ebema fango no epeja ne mu pa abo no ekosre because a demand and supply sesi an covid no ekofom nti no global economy no asase epeja ne mu na epeja ne mu na say enipa so be hia fango de agu ship mu no shipo aeroplane na A2 fango ene ye to agu na fango bu esu da apeja ne mu akosre nti se fango bu apeja ne mu akosro de a na say ebo a ship no charge edi afa nioma na ewo so no so tum because the fan na mitogum no ne bo okosoro enti se wo hwe statistics na Fritos Baltic Index the global measure of global shipping prices no kire se as at March 18th this year the cost of shipping of 40 freight cargo rose to as much as $9,448. $9,448. Adia na March 2020 na cost $1,400.
And they could do
$9,488 per 40 feet container shipping.
Tiniba na de ne ba say also tum.
Exactly, that is the point I'm coming now. Otumeteneka. Enti abua se me na mekofa ade afri amanone aba beton a ade na ka metua 40 feet container $1,400. Says here metua almost $10,000. About 7 times the price. Enti na e was say meseme ba me beto buonim. Na ade mu so na kire wa ha emi say during that time na eme benya pressure e wo ye currency so ade na kire ti na me kan say anopina me kasa o mo radio so ko me ka say most of the impact on exogenous effects na de kire ne say enam fango bo a eno na eruli bibia say yete energy say car power plant abai we na kofa buy but power na edeban energy no derived from oil no ye disika ne koto edebegum oil no so na ne bo sesi a apegem akosoro to say the yeka ship asem yeka aeroplane asem into shipment ebo ekosoro no the che ya ne say na just enyoma import dependent economies and wo hwe report na IMF de by na o kire say regions which is sub-Saharan Africa yɛwɔ aman a yɛ depend on import yɛ duoma bebree yɛ die de yɛ di dware yɛ hyɛ no yɛ krefri amanane ne yɛba no saa entokwe benya nsusanso yɛ ho pa na ɛno ne baako a meka afa shipment hu because of shipment bo ayɛ din nti no ne ɔkɔfa nneɔma wɔ abrokyire no etua sika bebree na de ɔde kɔ nso etua sika bebree ansa na ade akɔ na ɛno na benya nsusanso wɔ yɛ currency no ade nti na nya nsusanso wɔ yɛ currency every say yɛte Ghana yɛntwa dollars ekwan be so ne fa inya ye dollars inya dollars free make us 3 major sources one ye koton ye nneoma to say ye oil ye nneoma ye gold ni ade ni enya eye foreign currency efim second say ye beko amanso na bro ni be kan say ye issue debt instruments a most important aspect no bonds say ye ko raise bonds say ye beka this year no aban ye say onko bond market enko issue any bond in the Eurobond market. International dollars e benya fi ho no so no eno so akoba asem. Now third nso no won a Ghana fo a yemfa won a wode broni be kan say FDI foreign direct investment. Won a wode osike firi wa mama so ebe hye Ghana memu aba be ma ye economy ni akoso. Ne ebeka ya because of this economic impact into no the repercussion of inflation, normal boy cost rent, America ban the Federal Reserve. It raised the federal rate, I think about 1.5%. It just said the federal rate has been hiked. Now, what is the implication of this? Is simple monetary economics. The extra only say the Okobo Besiani, they say interest rate. Ekosro into the obo besan de omo but new person di misika koye investment in there it is a good atmosphere because some di misika koshima na because the policy rate cost into menya returns kese e wo so into from Ghana biem into wo hwe ya at a point no a lot of people were withdrawing their investment from Ghana na nipa bebre ntiase that was one of the reason because say me disika America na say me say UK
so far so no
be do so ama me
1% is 0.5
yes
maybe our form
it's from Ghana it is sani ma miense mabosu critical factors ebe affect your exchange rate regime. Now the more another significant factor me say Ghana for your can ye refi ni say and now say global shipment ni ade bo cost ntini nneoma nyina bo etutum enti Ghana ni a okofa nneoma wa abrochire no ohia dollar no de akwakofa sa nneoma now because a normal boy etutum 7 times 8 times 10 times no enti ade anka auto no $1,000 no say akoto na about $10,000 enti ube hia more dollars dollars isu na yentwa wa hei ena medin ka nneoma miensa yenya dollar fima saa nneoma ni nyina no enam covid any Russia won't no saa nneoma no so akoye bibia ho ema enti na your reserves no say yebowrem enti na demand of dollar no ebe outstrip the supply of dollar enti enu nti na ba menya saa sharp depreciation within that first 2 months of the year.
Wow.
Enti se obi kasa Russia Ukraine war no
na nsem we die enka wo say adwadifo no ena be kyerɛkyerɛ mu ma manfo te ase de di omototo mu nema mu nkanya aban.
Yes. But send ye TMM me han send ye politics in it no. Ye de beto aban na so. Na enu mpo na akohia sese ye betena o
so. Una wo kofa nema. Ena onim ka wo bɔ ho. Ena ne wo kwa onim ka wo bɔ ho. Enti enu na ama watoto nema mu. Samanfo to no mu bɔ aban tu so. Mo adwedifo na wo se mo bɛka. Na we de.
Let me do kakra ba 30 seconds. I think say one reason so be because any supply chain no and value chain stages no. I say obu ha onkra. Obu ha onkla ne mada.
Yeah.
Onye ntini de ne say okofefiri obi ho kan hyi no akoton. It is other stages na importers ne bi fam container bo ayeden wa wane onim. And the one the other say okofa no. Ne boy ayeden you to know. Very few people na omo ekofa ba esan retail. Doc pa cho.
Yo enti se me to ase enti ni exchange rate regime no eno ni ade e ba menya effect e wo ho enti se obi ka se Russia Ukraine we enya impact na se bi obi me ka ne se e akohwisem na ni bia mo nso amesa afa no e supply Russia and Ukraine supply about 30% of global wheat. Wheat ayedi sam no ne yedi brodo yedi pan no ye ton ne ade emi se nyina agi tum se pan no bo akosoro ye kra in fact in 2020 Ghana imported $186 million worth of wheat in 2020 yes And say we are an import dependent economy. Now wheat in so you no Ukraine in here to pay a day shini. And it's 30% no so for 30% globally. Pa. Now sub-Saharan Africa say region bakwa ye class and you may a free a sa a BI or more to kwa hoye. And today and also akwa say enam se saa wheat the akọ from the kakra wo ho no ebo no ebe kosoro enti enu ntini ade baako a ye se ehu no ha na biam nso eye sunflower ade ede ya anwa emi se sia because doctors say me ndi we sunflower oil eye anwa baako emi se enipa bebre no recommend say yindi sunflower oil so ye dua wo Ukraine. In fact, Russia and Ukraine account for 80% of sunflower exports.
80%
globally. They supply, in fact, Ukraine in EU market, they supply almost 200,000 tons per month of sunflower. I know near the young. Now, because of into kaya cost into a fua yado kanuna kibenya sunflower fruit, yatoto pay aseno. It is our supply ima. Until last me better na make last week Madame Fubio Hamburg sending me video. Eye Hamburg, Germany. Na abrofu mienu pa mema mienu ebo atwede wa anwa ho e supermarket. Pipe. In fact, I will first sunflower anwa ebo sesi aye kese eye mianu South Africa. Taba me fi ho no in December. Na 2 liter of sunflower eye almost 32 rand. 32 rand is about 15 Ghana cedis. Any ne ya minu kase 2 liter of sunflower oil almost 100 rand, what is about 45 Ghana cedis. Because say ye crabba sunflower no so na enam Russia Ukraine want no supply no as easy. And you know, so because Russia and Ukraine war no enya impact and as effect to global economy and enya no kre. Na membra na me see IMF report no so. Enti wo hwe January 2022 to say the na forecasting 4.4%. But because of Neoma Makike edwa ho die ne sikasem eba for muntino. Ahun be hia say IMF ebe revise growth no. And to show globally the growth na nanka ye expect say in 2022 nka beko 4.5% no. Ya revise no aba 3.6%. Na mame mu ade bi wa hanom de ehia pa me wa hanom me pese me ka ho asem. Russia aman no. Se wo hwa prior to war no say obi Russia ni anase obi yejuma Russian embassy na so so catch say enya impact bi anase enya bibia me refer to data no we hu say asam na woka no enya no kre. Now January 2022 IMF the omu projected growth ebaye me specifically person me refer to Russia or mine one growth na me yama be refer to eno that the omu de baye no so. Now Russia's growth ha 2020 January. Nanka IMF no expect senka Russia ebe grow somewhere around 2.8% in 2022. 2.8% Russia's 2.8%. Economy in that was January 2022. That was the projection at IMF the buy. So Russia in 2022 will grow by 2.8%. In 2023, it was expected to reduce marginally to about 2.1%. Now, yenshe eno da eye forecast IMF de ba ni enfa to sade oni yenshe say data no etwa ntro anase eka no kre. Ni ehu ne odi akohwie ewa ha. Now, yenshe eye eno da projection IMF de ba eye oman Russia. Oman Russia IMF catch re wa ha no say eye data IMF de ba no say in 2022, another projection IMF did the economy of IMF will contract by 8.5% because of the war. Adiana, your project say a big grow in just January 2.5%. Sorry, 2.8%. Another, the economy of Russia would witness a growth of minus 8.5% in 2022. In 2023, it is expected to witness a decline of 2.3%. That is minus 2.3%. And to your penny, say na data neka. This obi tra baby. Na say the country will say Russia and Ukraine war no enya effect to be opinion. Na say sebi onimnia or
Kofi
Yo. We knew that same say doc abobo nsem no dodo na so. Na enno na IMF for issues as statement no. Washington DC. On say the International Monetary Fund said Tuesday it expects global economic growth to slow significantly this year as the repercussions of the war in Ukraine spread worldwide. A setback for many nations already grappling with the COVID-19 pandemic and the rising inflation and interest rates. We sutromi no, panifosi sutromi no so ma hani. Ya na NDC for can say be excuses in COVID. Ya na mentias here. Excuses in Russia, Ukraine war. Ya na mentias here, but because issues na affect Ghana no. Affect aman we are seeing because we all live in a global village now. Even yeah import dependent economies no and we everywhere developed economies to say UK and Canada ni US no obi en where onye importation because here then might be on strength obi on competencies even because of cost of labor near the cry and most American companies cry no many bo ha no East Asia because of cost of production into here then pass the book of Faba, Apple in one of Faba America beton. iPhone devices in Muniade. If these supply chains are being disrupted because of COVID and answer and Tokobia is here, once you so we are seeing, and I can say Ubihan Hobekano. It's when year assessment of a we are seeing idea. We are see equal. Say IMF no any World Bank no na eka say bia enye Kanofarata o ena enye Dr. Baumia ena enye MPP official bia so we ye ewiase sika sem ntotoye eku ahodo ensem omokeka na sa Russian invasion of Ukraine a lot of uncertainties about because in the first place no unim eda I don't know ebesi ena unim de ochena ebeye enti obi beye bibia odwen ho say basic economics and I say even marketing ya yensu bi kro enim say political factors are very very important answer na investor bia kwa business no Ghana de ba kwa ne boy ya FDI across West Africa ya top win and say no asumdwe wa ha onti say asha ba fo ba onti say Boko Haram fo aba the Ecoso Mali ne even Cote d'Ivoire the most peaceful country. Africa you rank here any second not first and not third they be away him. It is some journey who untimi nye trade and commerce. Untimi nidwa, untimi nye business. It is our uncertainty, no. As you say, as a global peace, we are some journey nyina ho atonchen because as a Russia any NATO and I say the Western world and enya obi sore na obeka nsem ba akokore bia de nkuru ntimi nye enso asem na obeka no kora no na no ma obi yamahye no na affect production bi oba bi na obi otene ba bia nko benya ne pan no adi at a lower price no ono so ne ho abe den abe kire no said the doc kan no US Federal Reserves o ma raise interest rates to check in 2019 yeah, the figures were there yen nyina ni modern mo ana Ghana ebo in all these macroeconomic indicators na COVID ma no ni asumdwen even first quarter of 2020 now when COVID page akra no we were okay. China the same thing omo projections omo year they were expected to grow at 8.1. They say omo na 4.4%. You much about half. What I say in China for bre, US for bre, supply chains are being disrupted. Universal issue. Sisia no omka yese economists are undertaking unconventional fiscal policies. Enema omunye bida. Enye no kwan ye fa so jeje to ene kwan ye fa so ediska ema ye no. Ena wiase nyina. Enti enye won wase sisi. Yese yen wabam say ye petrol. Anase for ye nchem 50%. Because oka say ubediska te de bia odi ni na kase o ma no. O be crash because the ekoso no enkoso ye. Increased fuel and fuel prices are imposing a particular burden on lower income nations in Africa. Mr. Doc Ekan also. So, 80 you see before the war, no, now Russia and Ukraine almost provided an MBCC destructions. Now, I say never have so many countries experienced a recession at once, sovereign loss of capital, jobs, and livelihood. World Bank Group President David Malpass na some mo kan no o say never me de na me dwen say yes great depression kra no na chain we yes never omo de data na ye adwuma
yeah
we are say the World Bank buy e near man hihye ya ba so nyina o say never say negative growth recession na sika efiri nipa nsa loss of capital na adwuma nso free nipa nsa na nipa nso esan free mu ese na wo hwe MPP aban a te de medi kan no before say COVID ebeba no na all the economic indicators, whether it is GDP growth rate, whether it is inflation, interest rate, fiscal deficit, the rate of depreciation of the city, even trade deficit impo because of export-oriented programs so unemployment, export to goods, monetary policy rates, about 4 months and inflation in the cost. Your sovereign rating and about for me. Your credit rating, or by your buy, 2019, I think, about from B minus about B. SAP4 rating about through. The lowest inflation since 1992. Before COVID struck. So I tell you, into better performance in all the indicators. Yeah, double economic growth in the first 3 years. CD depreciation, it was better. Reduced fiscal deficit. External payment position, it was improved. Financial sector cleanup. Acquire fast so a year, and I know you're not Timbiano. The entire only benipa 4.6 million, and I'm going to lose home deposits. Can I say, it's in 25 billion, or Sabi Governor Canofarata, Finance Minister, and Cody says, so back here before say power, 2016. Na financial institutions ne bebre ma me ko daho bi o mutimi ko daho from mama no mutimi withdraw ska. It imagine say nka ye bae no ka ya anye sa intervention ena nka ye jaye ena nka course sa kan sunsun so a e de beba eti sika na mo de akoto bank ye o savings ne o deposits so kwa ye de ma na obi o diska na beto ho no o de ya ne bank adwuma o de akosi dan e de akɔhye adwuma foforo mu a waboka ni nti no ya license ni nti so bank ko pesa eska ne ba financial sector cleanup ni nyina ne ba no nti Ghana for sika mo de akoto banka amanfo fa akwati kwan so di eska no aban ekopa bosia o de betua saka no ye ka twitwiri di ye ka emu oduye ye ntua nka eja beto kurumu ha because men's gold kura ye illegal no up to now enkrofo da so twense yemfo musika nya dem ema ya ma me no mo kantamato na de ka de no convenience card de omudwa eti de ma Ghana ye ho kire ye no non budgeted expenditure sa COVID ye na ka ho afi IPP ka NDC for omo take pay ade on boto ho na obi anso nim se COVID e be den but COVID is the first in Africa because near many peduane near change so free near till light bill so e ka ye boss so o man panika so do be save lives and say economy ho na ye adam anya say they are suffering for that now it the economy is better to those interventions in difficult times it is say come and san ye boy no IPP ka any COVID any friend saying financial sector cleanup especially what that and Russia Ukraine as abe den abe so it two troubles we put the three troubles one good it the American go say say ahokere na aba no enye man made and as enye Ghana made ahokere say eye Ghana made ahokere na no NDC for na ye den because I lose regulation na Mahama kasa admit say governance no Bank of Ghana no o man yo madwuma na enye kufu adu time governor dey sin oba ye no oba dwuma eti mo na man nkrofo anhwe Ghana for deposit su ye ne ka ba ne bobo sa aka no eti ese ade subo bi bo bi mpa NDC for na esen ke den ye de sa subo no bo
they even gave bailout with that putting in
yes mo disika ko mo man no mo de akoya de foforo obu okro mo nya ne second time first Ghana mo kwaje Bank of Ghana so mo de be bank ni ye no mo se no o mo kwaje second one na no ma se ndi ye ba ye ne de sa nkrofo nyina ko gina court so o ma se Ghana sika enti ye beji se sika na ye den esa de beto Ghana futu beti ntimi nya emma enipa sika be 25 billion 4.6 million depositors money enche e be affect economic activity ni ade enti anwo kire no eye ewiase nyina anwo kire Ghana de no so ndisi fo na ye na e be so wo ye enti munya amampani na na dodanko akufu ado ho abotre na omwa na ye nso obu problems na ka ni ba me de be se ni ye nwua no ma anso atimi amom closing remarks
Daro
ohine ba mimpo de doc ene era kofi for sun kansan akeka ensem bebre but okan sim bi say e bi a homegrown crisis ni bi on my homegrown it homegrown ne ba ko ni dum so because abre adum so ba Ghana ha no adum so ni Togo na adum so ni Burkina na adum so ni Ivory Coast dum so eye Ghanaian problem na yen yatena se na problem na ba ewi ase kwesa be hu se eye issue about finance na ye de wap kofoka about $180 million and intimate to at the point in time I say omo jaye gas ma I benya gas their power thermal plants about dum so ba ye no according to ISE daily Institute of Statistical Social and Economic Research University of Ghana almost see daily na small scale enterprises lose $2.2 million every day. Annually, normal lose $686.4 million meimu to do so. Yes, because enyuma yatutum ankame radio station bi ana menim ewo baby am person me body ubekono air con the studio say ya so fan standing fans so because
me na me ya adwuma na eboto over ye dum no. Yes.
We are say
5 a.m.
Oh, yeah, political discussion.
Oh,
yeah, political discussion. Near so fan is you because you mean so air conditioning. Near so fan. Nee, so better say about microphone. Ho, a standing fan. And crop be benefit human enco. And no crano and crop for 4 years. No moon to me fix it. No, a homegrown problem. No, Sabra not contain
man-made.
Man-made. Not contain a 1 year, dear baby. Now Russia and Ukraine coin. Na COVID MI, but sadly we Crawford tana for me say daily $2.2 million and the share main and na annually $686.4 million. We and you be and yet be a Dankwa Institute and also be na I can say a politics a Institute of Statistical Social and Economic Research is a University of Ghana a credible institution and no more report here. Omo de beto abonten entu bisa ho se enipa da eda ya cross we hunu nyame na obutu an obehu nyame local crisis ne ba ekura ye hunu so na we global a 2 years nyina senia obi ye de talk time tax ba yo kan se me de empene so ye hu de oba obetu mu no na zani pe ka chiro se ye de eyi levy bentimi ba metwemu a no wagene di onipa oba obere na corona enkoyu corona effect and now me the report being so extra na a UN4 and a UN4 reporter and also so and last week omode ebaye a UN Global Crisis Response Group I said that group say Africa see about 41 countries and Ukraine for Russia for to be affected directly because of enema omoto na Dr. Boboso enema hodoa e free ho eba no enya asem kesho 30% of a wheat your kan ho asem eburo kra no yesi ewiase nyina kra eburo 1/5 efisa importem ho eneba fertilizer yes fertilizer enso so eho importem ho ne fiba na no want yera yibu ahedu se wakoka chi kokko akura for se mon starting permanent sabi mon fa nche me kokko bi na omon fa nwu mu kokko as na fertilizer ho beeden enti ya hwe ye kwa kokko 1 million metric tons a omunya anu yi ya hwe ye na so beti se hwim because ye nya fertilizer kwan da bibia enti sa problems yi nyina wo ho nipa da sa ni nimu obani na me ya no onipa nim enso no wakata nani o se Akufo Addo ben onim mesesa nipa yi o de hye ni nsem a ono a ne papa eja an economy and e grew about 14% eba 11 eba ya ono ye de man na wo beja ho na do 3.4 imagine say 3.4 na ye de call covid im ankasa bira ka esen ye de 7 8 no ko ekwa na ye do ba bia bi enji ye de say ye de 3.4 na call corona any Russian to ko mu a obani ankasa bira do sen me da ase
zike
unia
baby mami
open anapem fi say dog ni miamenia fosun kansan aka ni na but asamba kwa ya na metiasa medwen ho a ya menti ansem bi say NDC as a political party omo economist wo de ya na medwen sa asam no pa say ni a dog kikan sisi ya metia mu ya mehwem bi say ana no kre no person be ka che Ghana for because say when you could raise the issue of COVID and then put this out of COVID and some no di Ibura. A comparison. Now, a ya will be so on say, Anye Biano, Anye Biano, Ibora, yet the book compare a COVID and because COVID now worldwide. Baby, you have suffered never be out of fire from COVID. We only few man. Say Ukraine Russia war. What can we say?
Italian president Timika say, Omaye Dumbeye Bia. They say they are giving up. So man as a special crowd. Woman, you say to that point.
What I say? Or Kayaka as a baby there. Omo Jama Yankupon. Yeah. Because that baby do we are suffering na baby and get now. Yet Yankupon see. Say a ban sano. Yenya president his excellency na Danko Akufo-Addo ma otumi so oman mu because sana minua edero kan even dum so Ghana it taking over 5 years na ye ho kire yen ufa be bia nya man koso kap me say electricity ye be use da ye ndwuma ma yeso ye ndwuma akoso no kra na ye nya edu ba bi bobo na nkofo di operations we call hospitals akasa torchlight obi aso so no mobile phones ono na doctors for na nurse for mu use ye bi say time ni na mechi no number 1 na nurses and teachers training alone say almost maintaining ni na sa covid maaye na Russia Ukraine war maaye no so omantumi anso ano e mo twem we only few ma free SHS na ni ho we only few ma planning for food and job na ni ho ye ka politics ankasa he says that na Danko Akufo-Addo odaba ni na ni ho now so no man no is happening menda ma make can say ye nuan mo the main opposition party mo from who some economists mo can crunch Ghana for because if you are for na United States of America cry so so this anyama boy dey ko America ne Germany ne ade ya free say na dog ka say me say Ukraine over 200,000 tons of sunflower.
Yeah, to Europe. Yeah, this year is
now 1 ton require 1,000 kilogram.
Every month 200,000.
Now society man adi nya ahwe ya. Ye be ye den e na nkofo mo kakra ya man afi am no ne aba no. Omo ba omo fa sa shipment fee na adi nya fa nto so ma ye ho nkire he. But minim say he says in that Danko Akufo-Addo say na or promise Ghana for way back in 2008 say o mine ho do no o minus my penti and obono ogusa because we Nigeria reason Nigeria wo kita o ka akwa wunye fuel mu no so Ghana baby o be fa bia wunye fuel
Kenya in fact Kenya
what man say o no akse kwa ka o kwa sika no so ye fa ngo but how mo de yakopon aduma they say I say for the past 2 to 3 weeks I stable.
And yesterday, not to cut you, yesterday, Senegal, I announced to the whole world, say, a aeroplane be fly into Dakar, be making sure say, or more return fuel. Yeah, kerosene, a short of Senegal, you can Google it. Senegal, Dakar, yeah.
I don't see, me to me say, bueno, never person Ghana for motion, and then a movement TV tasks and say, you are suffering, baby, mu ayedin na mom ye mampene his excellency na Danko Akufo-Addo ene ne mpamfo guso a omototo oman no se na be oman no fa hudi aye wo mom no ebe koso enti mo bu obi entrechi entie se ya ka hye ma se ye ba ye be ye na de omundi policy bia ma oman Ghana his excellency former president Mahama oni hwe absolutely nothing so wo bibia inka from 2012 to 2016 ike hu ye Ghana kwa hu ye in 2015 na fango bo ewa message so ekoya kodu $100 per barrel mebwa or ko 15.1 no ton per gallon in 2016 almost so about 38 no so still want so because of it wabaka what was it engineer e kwaso no e me the pan say e wi asafo na nya ja tum say Ukraine and Russia war no so economy in the world no so there's yes ebre enti ye na ye nsom na ye hwe ekwanam so ye mama o man no
ye sorry ye nko
eti let me say with the final remarks I almost made in my previous submission no e buy
so oba we she omomoko context o
okay me say no
oba we she omo well na
me ho de me ntime we she omo well because ya nto aba at the police station
level process no nko
in fact I don't know what will happen between now and that better one because me no kasa say petitioners are me kan ho ye petition ya da alternative dispute resolution
okay
ye hwe o manim so ndo na process no start ye no sense ye no ye je party no hyehyɛ ye gitum ni ntino ya follow process no sa petition we kan waje be nu a ya send ni nti we are hoping say de ye gidie ewo internal processes no mpanifo nso behwe omo nso emfa ye nsan wofo no oma a respond to petitions because on anybody edu bebe ya na ye de nema bi edi agro ye nya analysis bia enhu say MPA anase MPB na MPC walusu vote say independent bi ba na ne munye ha na ne munye du enso otimi nya say ba bi o independent kokora won te so bi aba
yes
so benya 1000 votes benya 800 votes ba bi bebre o independent kwa yente because MP no bona dwuma o avele no ho we can never reduce our parliamentary democracy or parliamentary work to work in the house never because say beko second round mpa wo number of seats awanya no and ebe influencing crofo omo mahu say ye to ama wana say yento ma but the way we are joking with our parliamentary primaries and some of these internal processes lead to the selection of MPs na because e ko do sa crunch time na wo hia 30,000 40,000 da winning na obi an ebuafu a okono ho a onkoto aba no e bia nka na de be kan ho a na other places be kan ho na so ananka ye internal elections no say dem kan no I think we can do better. There is room for improvement.
Right.
I mean, anya ba bia na problems no. And it 95% okay.
Yeah.
But Oba Eastern region,
Oba kumpa, omukado mu nsiesie ni.
The tian is on ba Eastern region, Ashanti region. Winning and now we winning. Nti ho no, any brand for the courses one different. It is here special regime and arrangement. Some penifo mo mani ko ho yie. Na ye hwe internal any because I want so na a stronghold.
Yes.
Ye nkrofo na ewani gie internally. Na so mo de ba abeto aba e ma yetimi eden. Ewini easily. Me that's
It's with us. Dog.
Open you me that's it. Ohina ba me send ye porn send me no. In the midst of all these global economic crisis as my year came to send me kind IMF projections, you know. So me fa Ghana even in the midst send you because in 2016 now economic growth was around 3.5 which is true. Now in given all these crises as some me boss you know. So Osha the sub-Saharan African economic growth and I said the average economic growth IMF from me say sub-Saharan African economies in general Ghana part grew about 3.8% in 2020. Sorry, 2022. But obefa on mine Ghana in all these issues the growth rate of Oman Ghana is expected to be between 5 to 6.2% in 2020. Yes. 2022, sorry. One of the highest in Africa. Among the top 10 in Africa economies, that is expected to witness, aside all these so that is telling you, say, fundamentally, you know, there are some things that have been done right in Ghana. And the data, say, irrespective of where you belong in the political divide, you cannot just whitewash and rubbish data. Because data will always expose you. Now, assuming say party A, corner party B, because my idea, my creating employment, my managing economy, you refer to data. And to those now, they are always talking bad against data. No, they should watch it. Because data is the only thing that you go and find refuge in. As soon as you power now say you care about growth, you care about policy rate, you care about inflation, you care about monetary. No ne fire pem. Data.
Let us say, Daru. Yako.
Oyine ebeda trade ampon asese enenso ode yede bewie media na meka ne sɛ meda nyankopɔn ase sɛ ɛnɛ no ɔde afe baako aka me mfie ho ɛno ana metumi aka ɛnɛ mbɛbi nti da
64 years
I say 46 no wadane no
ɔheneba bɛku bi o ɛnti ɛsɛ ɔheneba pɛnkwa ɔpɛntam de ne akɔpɛ hyɛ ɛnti meda nyankopɔn ase sɛ ɔde afe baako aka me mfie ho ɔheneba meda ase paa
sige
na me to me say boy no na ya party mu elections ya ebe so yi mpanifo a ye yi omo say omo di party no omo hwɛ na elections no enkoso no omo fa nya mangu na akwan mu me kire finfin man tomfo a ye yi omo me say polling station elections no omo ye ma na ye fine ya nti de bia e wo ho baby ba akwan na mienu bi ono so omo resolve that issue no na mama omonti ase so say yankopon ne pa omanga so omosonfo CK odum do na bom sala ne CK mankesim me babo contest for regional assistant secretary to mudu oma no ma hwenu mapa ma ya ma mfimfim antom fa na central region fo na oma kai me sina bia betumi ya join the regional executive committee near the break 8
Doc,
you made us talking about whether Mr. Kwekwe, me say, me Facebook family. I want to extend the very.
No, must a day, born a day. Some people tell you, no members say, "Wood and
let me tip time into the medan."
And you had my man, you did Liverpool.
You know, send me to me a check score line.
Sir,
me who tax we bring.
Me will link you over the best and don't worry.
Mr. Wadaro, some men who tax.
Man, you for your dear papa.
Who tax me? And I say, hey, and you oh, me say, I'm on Facebook. Na tag, na left, right, center. Into Facebook, me followers. Obo mo time me ni ade nyina me wish one well me will find their broker me caucus group
that take
me caucus group kabab say Kofi Safo and the Che Kofi Nyaku the bishop Francis K from Pong me nyina me wish mo well in fact I wish and me wish squad that is a very strong squad
if you go see your castle oboba I just your kokoda
on your foot to that president
just your kokoda
as the crowd me as he's been my friend for a very long time. But he also knew me.
Frank Banner. The same name now.
Frank Banner. Me na me ho ba na me ba me di nkomo ba kubi asoso ansa na ya sori kra me ba sisi ya.
Ultimate Radio 95